here. We're going to do a special sports segment. I'm surrounded by with Richard Kaplan, and we're calling this one A Giant Disappointment, and Here Comes the Judge. Everyone, before the season, all the football critics said the Giants are loaded with all their talent, their top defense, and they're a Super Bowl contender, and a lot of people picked the Jets to go 0-16. Well, lo and behold, after 4 weeks, we have a giant disappointment. The Giants are sitting at 0-4. The Jets are at 2-2. Richard, no one saw that happening. And are you like most fans, after 4 straight losses, are the Giants done with 4 straight losses?
I think they are. I have to think that they're pretty much done. It is a horrible season to be a fan of Big Blue. Very big disappointment. I honestly never even thought I'd see the day I'd be admitting this. And I'm tempted to jump shark and become a Patriots fan because honestly, at least there you got reliability. But the reality is that the Giants have just played horrible. I mean, last week in overtime to lose was disgraceful. This week I didn't see the game because I'm also a NASCAR fan and it's the playoff season for NASCAR. But I gotta tell you, Howie, that the Giants, I think they're done. I do think that they are done.
Yeah, I think the fact that not only are they 0-4, but they've lost 4 games in the conference. They're 0-2 in the division, and I just think emotionally, mentally, they're not going to go 12-0 the rest of the season. It's just, there's so much negativity with them, with the offensive line, and they just invent ways to lose. Like today, they had a chance and they let Tampa, go down the field in the final seconds and lose the game in the final seconds. Just like they had a lead against Philadelphia and they blew it. So they're finding ways to lose. But turning the page, even this diehard Red Sox fan is totally impressed with what Andrew Judge has done. 52 home runs. He had a phenomenal year. And I have to say this. I think the Yankees' future is extremely bright. Because if you look at their core of young talent, Andrew Judge, Bird, Sanchez, Gregorius, Castro, they are loaded with Frazier, with terrific young talent through trades, through the farm system. But Tuesday night is 1 game. Although they've dominated Minnesota in years past and this year, it's 1 game. I think the Giants are going to win. They're going to have Severino. But Rich, as a baseball fan, as a Yankee fan, does just being in that 1 game predicament worry you, knowing that it's 1 game and anything can happen?
Always. I'm not going to lie to you. When you are in a 1 game scenario, Howie, you're biting down to your cuticles. I mean, you are terrified because anything can happen. But, court's in session and the Honorable Judge is presiding, and he's been quite a talent for the Yankees. 52 home runs, I can't say enough. It's remarkable. It's just extraordinary to watch him at that because he's poetry in motion. He really is.
What's interesting is that the 2 players who are up for the MVP, it's really fascinating because it's the smallest player in baseball, Jose Altuve, who's 5'6", and the largest player in baseball, Andrew Judge, who's over 6'8". I feel Altuve is going to get it based that he's been productive the whole year. He's hitting .340. He's been terrific. But I got to tell you, Andrew Judge, with his 52 home runs, he's going to be in contention, I believe.
Absolutely. You can't overlook the 52 home runs. 52 home runs is unprecedented for any player, but for a player in his rookie season, that's remarkable. And there is no overlooking the reality that the Yankees have a very good shot of contending. They have a good shot of possibly going the whole distance. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, we first got to get through Minnesota, and we've dominated them in the past, but anything can happen. That's the beautiful thing about baseball is that it isn't over till the fat lady sings, and the fat lady hasn't sung yet. So I think that we got to wait and see what happens, Howie. Hope for the best. Let's go Yankees.
I got to tell you, as a Red Sox fan, the Yankees put the heat on the Red Sox. That last month of the season was a 5-game lead. Then it was down to 4 games, and then 3 games, and then 2 games. And even though the Red Sox won the division, they felt the Yankees breathing down their backs the whole way, and they made it very tough on the Red Sox.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We never make it easy. We never make it easy. That's the one beautiful thing about New Yorkers is that we have that never say die attitude. It's not over until it's over. And yeah, the Red Sox won the division, but we bled them.
Made them earn it.
We made them earn it. We really made them earn it. Now it's going to be a question of postseason, see how far we go. You know, can we beat Boston and go for the big dance? It's anybody's guess. We first got to beat Minnesota. And I'll be happy once we get past Minnesota, then we go on to the next series and so forth. It's like building a fire. You have the kindling, then you have the flame, and then before you know it, you got yourself a fire. That's what baseball in a way is all about. It's building and building and building up until that one moment where you got your championship. And I think that that's really what personifies the New York Yankees. The fact that they've won 27 world championships, which is nothing to laugh at. They are the Montreal Canadiens of baseball. And I have to say that it's going to be an interesting postseason, Howie. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Absolutely. And, even though the Yankees, if they do beat Minnesota, they will be the underdog against Cleveland. But, hey, in baseball, you never know. Wouldn't that be great if the Yankees did get past Cleveland, the Red Sox did get past Houston, it would be the Red Sox and the Yankees for the American League Championship. That would be a lot of fun. But Rich Kaplan, great job.
Thank you.
And Tuesday night, it all begins. Minnesota at the Yankees. 1 game, the winner advances, and the loser goes home. And one thing we want to do this week is we want to wish all our fellow Jewish friends a happy New Year. And Mayor, why don't you do that in Hebrew?
היברו, אוקיי, רוצה להגיד לכם שנה טובה ושיהיה לכם בריאות.
Great job, Mayor. I want to thank Rich Kaplan, great job. Raka Pasafumi, great job. Mayor, great job. And everyone, next week we're going to be in Boston. So let us wrap up with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time. Please join us next Sunday edition of Halftime. But at this time, we are out of time. See you next Sunday.